Another short video from G RAThbun. Check out my channel, subscribe, you'll like what you're about to see. Hey, good morning guys. You know me, I gotta keep busy and I'm bored. So what I've done is I took this piece of scrap metal and I bent it up and made something out of it. Can you imagine that? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you. See, I save every piece of scrap because you know that's off of a toolbox that I cut up, and many videos ago, 4 years ago, I cut that up, but I still got that piece of metal. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you where I put it right now. I think it's pretty smart of me. Here we go, right out here. Well, as you can see, the RV is still covered. It's still in the 20s here. Well, let me show you what we did with that piece of metal. I got the dash tore apart. I'm working underneath here because I'm bored and don't have nothing to do. So we took that piece of metal and that's what we made. That little bracket right there. Now then, I'm going to take this piece here. We're going to Velcro that. Here's the Velcro. I'm going to wait till it warms up before I stick that on there. But I'm wiring it today. And that'll be the brake controller for the Jeep. Now, right now, what I got to do is splice in another one of these. Man, they're all over this thing. I don't much care for that, but that's the way they hook up. So I'm going to hook that up. I got a splitter there I bought. You can see that right there is a splitter. So it goes into that one, and then down to that one, and it'll go to the other one. Jeez, around and around it goes. But that's where that piece of metal went. It's going to work fine right there. Let's get Here's a little something I always do, because these are going to be up underneath the dash, and they will wiggle apart. Sooner or later, it's going to come apart. So I put a little black tape on it, and I don't seal this in. So if I need to undo it, I can grab that and unwrap the black plastic. So that's what I've done on both of these. They're jammed in tight right now, and then they're taped so they can't wiggle out. Also, this switch here is a switched socket. I had to add this to it because there was none over here. So I added the switched one, and this one is switched. These are hot all the time. So my brake controller, as long as the key's on, the brake controller will be switched on also. Now I'm going to take my new tool, wherever it is. This little thing I bought a bag of these things for cheap. Now I'm going to run the cable, this one right here. I'm going to run it up back behind there so it's out of sight and won't get damaged. It'll run right up through there, and then we'll be good to go. I'll wire tie all the extra stuff. I brought wire ties out here. All the extra wire will be wire tied, and then we'll just put the dash back in and call her good. So that's what we're going to do on this step. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. There you go. That's all down. You remember this switch. That switch is for my driving lights, so I can flash them off and on or leave them on, either way. But all that wire is tucked up under there. It's wire tied in. Now this one here, I put the splicer on it. It goes down in there. It looks tacky, but what else am I going to do? They just don't. Okay. No need griping about Ford. Anyway, the wire goes up through here. You can see it. Goes into here, goes back to here, and then that'll plug into it. And let's show you what this will look like then. This will Velcro right to there. So I got my brake controller within reach. I can also see it, and I don't have to worry about it being in the way of my vision. So there we go. That's all ready, except for one thing. Hang on a minute. Sorry about that. Hey, I got to looking, and I'm going, is that going to hit the door? No, we got a lot of room there. I'm thinking, oh man, that would be terrible. Anyway, that's where that'll fit, and it's got enough, it's light enough metal, so it was easy to work with, but it's also going to be sturdy enough that I can push on it to push the manual brake if I needed to. So that's where that's going to go. When it warms up, it's just too cold for Velcro to even stick to metal in here. It's not even up to 30 degrees, but we're done in here. I got that. That's going to work great. There's a little light on here that I'll be able to tell when the ignition's on, and make sure it's getting power, and then it'll send power to there. And I don't remember what it's sending it over to here. I think it's sending it to this, the GPS. So best I can do without totally redoing everything. That'll work. All right, come on, weather, warm up. We want to get out of here now, don't we? So that's going to be the short little video on here. We've got our all of our stuff in here. Oh, if I can get out of here. We got the brake controller and all that sitting right here, the connections and everything, and I have put what I started to say in the last little link is trying to struggle out of here. I turned off the recorder. Now, what I was going to say is I put a little mount on the back of here to hook my safety cord up on. I'll show you all that when we hook it all up. I found out that this Lucas, by the way, guys, was giving me probably almost 2 miles per gallon better fuel, and it's good for the motor too. So we're stocking up on that, so we got enough fuel for this next trip, which looks like it's going to be 4,200 miles or something. It's going to be a long one. So we got to get it all ready, put all the TVs, everything back in here and get ready. Waiting on the license plate for it too. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. That's what we did. And that's the end of this video right now. I got to button everything up and get in there where it's warm. Hope you guys are having a warmer day than I am.